My sister-in-law read my old messages out loud at her engagement party to make the room laugh. She stopped at the one where I had covered her rent. Vanessa had my phone before I understood why she wanted it. Give it back, I said, reaching across the table. In a second, she said, holding it high, laughing to the 40 people in her parents' backyard. You have to hear these. My future sister-in-law texts like a robot. The string lights were on. My brother Daniel stood by the cake with his hand on her waist, grinning, because he thought this was a bit. Everyone thought it was a bit. Congrats on the promotion, so proud. Vanessa read in a flat voice. So proud. Who says that? Marlene, do you feel things? The room laughed. I smiled the way you smile when 100 eyes are on you. Vanessa, that's mine, I said quietly. Please. Happy birthday, hope it's a good one, she read, flipping her thumb up the screen. God, it's like getting a card from a bank. Okay, you made your point. There's so many. She kept scrolling. Oh, wait, and her face changed. I knew the exact message before she found it. I felt it drop through me like cold water. Vanessa, I said, standing now. Give it back. But she'd already stopped scrolling. Her mouth was open a little. The lights caught her eyes and I watched her read it a second time. What's it say? Nothing, she said. It's nothing. Come on, you've been reading all of them. He held out his hand. Let me see. Daniel, don't. He plucked the phone from her fingers before she could turn it face down. The backyard had gone quiet in that curious way, everyone leaning in for the next laugh. He read it. I watched him read it. Sent the rent to your landlord directly, Daniel said slowly. 2,400. I don't want Daniel finding out. Nobody laughed. Daniel looked up at Vanessa. What is this? It's old, she said. It's from it's from March. He turned the phone toward her. This is March. We were engaged in March. Daniel, you told me you got a bonus. His voice was very even, which was worse than loud. You said work gave you a bonus and you covered it yourself. You made this whole thing about how you don't need help from anyone. Vanessa's mother had stood up. Sweetheart, let's not do this here. There's more, Daniel said, because he was scrolling now and I couldn't stop him, and honestly, I didn't want to. Please don't tell him about the credit card either. Marlene, what credit card? 40 faces turned to me. I could have lied. I'd been lying by omission for 8 months to keep the peace, to keep my brother from marrying into a mess, or maybe just to keep from being the villain who ruined it. She opened one in your name in January, I said. She asked me not to tell you. I paid it down to 900 so you wouldn't get the statement flag. That's what those texts are. The silence had weight now. Somewhere a phone buzzed and no one looked at it. That's not. Vanessa started. You called me crying, I said. You said if he found out about the card he'd leave, and you begged me, and I was stupid enough to feel bad for you, so I covered it. And I asked you to pay me back and you kept saying after the wedding. You're twisting it, Vanessa said, but her voice had lost the room. You could hear it go. Daniel set my phone down on the table very gently, like it might break. You read her text to embarrass her, he said to Vanessa. In front of everyone. You wanted a laugh. He almost smiled. You handed me the receipts yourself. Daniel, please, in front of my whole family. Your family should hear it. He pulled the ring box out of his jacket, the upgraded one, the one he'd been saving to surprise her with tonight. He turned it over in his hand, looked at it, and put it back in his pocket. You spent $8,000 in my name, he said, and then you stood up here and mocked the person who was covering for you so I wouldn't leave. You did that tonight, on purpose, for a joke. He picked up his car keys off the table. Enjoy the party, he said. You're paying my sister back by Friday, and you're paying the card, and don't call me. He walked past the cake, past the string lights, past Vanessa's mother reaching for his arm, and he didn't stop. Vanessa stood alone in front of 40 people, holding nothing, my phone glowing on the table between us with the message still open. You did this, she said to me. No, I said, picking it up. You read it out loud.